Hi everyone. This will be the first content video that we got, and it would be why a financial advisor is important in your life and how do you decide on a financial advisor. There is obviously some pitfalls that you would like to avoid, so it's important. So the first one is why a financial advisor. Clients are emotional creatures, all of us as individuals are. And when there is certain noise within the market moves. Clients are gonna react to that news in a certain way, and they potentially would like to disinvest or move funds, and that is then crystallizing that loss at that point in time. It's very important as the financial advisor then is to bring back to the clients to reality that there's sound investment methodology that was applied within that investment structure. You can also go back in history and show them that certain market movements occurred at certain points in time, and this is how the market reacted, and this is when the market corrected, is to be in mind. So very important for an advisor to manage the emotions of that client at certain points within that market movements. The other area is going to be a sounding board. Sounding board is very important, sometimes related to the investment field. Clients are going to try and disinvest from their funds, utilizing the funds for certain events, and then to be the soundboard to why are we disinvesting? Is it in line with the goal that was in mind? Those kind of things. It is very important. The other one is going through an exercise of goals-based investing. Goals-based investing is very important. Is that there's a certain goal in mind that can be tracked, and there's an advisor that keeps to what was agreed as well, and also to give information back to the client. Are we on track with it? What need to change? Structures that need to change, or so forth. Whatever, there's a goal in mind, and you go through that exercise. Normally, a highly qualified and experienced advisor would rather go through an exercise called lifestyle planning, and lifestyle planning is going through an exercise of understanding your clients, really to the core of who they are, the upbringing of money, the goals they would like to set. There's a personalized recommendation that was written for that client. There was some robust conversations through the process, something that can be implemented. It's tailor-made as well to that client, but it's not product and benefit orientated. It is client orientated. There's a total difference. The market is very product or benefit orientated. So please focus on the area where the advisor focus on quality advice. The industry is very complex. It's a complex environment, and an advisor needs to take the complexity and simplify it for the client. Because if it's simplified, the client can take that and he then can be able to implement it. If it's complex, the client won't be able to implement. They normally don't, and then nothing has occurred. So very important. And how do you choose a financial advisor? To give a little background, a financial advisor can get in, or an individual can get into the industry as a financial advisor with no qualification, no experience, and start off as a financial advisor. For the first 2 years, you'll be under supervision, certain things they need to do, but there's an individual that will supervise that individual, and there's an FSP that stands in for the level of advice given as well. You need to understand exactly who that individual is, and also to understand who's the individual that's supervising him, and who's also the FSP that's involved within this process. So give an example, if it's part of a bigger organization like Liberty, Liberty stands in for the level of advice that's given, there's compliance involved, there's robust structures and so forth, and you know that you're part of a bigger organization. It gives you comfort, and there's quality advice that was given as well. So qualification definitely is very important. So for the level of, or the level of advice that you're looking for out in the market, the level of qualification is very important. So things to look out for: qualified financial advisor, certified financial planner is the designation. It's something to look out for, and then you can go further. You can have an advanced postgraduate diploma in investment management, and higher than that as well, but it's related to certain specific areas that they've got a qualification for, and it makes them more of a specialist in that area. Experience, very important. Experience, I believe, is more important than qualification, um, and so that's an area that counts a lot. So for someone that's been in the environment for 2 years versus someone that's been in the environment for 16 years, they've gone through a little bit more. They've seen market movements. They've seen how things react within a long period space of time. Clients has gone through an exercise where they start investing, they retire as well. Clients go through the whole cycle sometimes, and that experience is very important. So transparency of an advisor is also very important. There's a lot of fee structures, hidden fee structures sometimes within products and so forth. There's commission involved or fees that how the advisor is going to be paid. All of these things is important things that needs to be transparent from the advisor. If there's transparency, it gives you comfort. It also it calms you down so that all necessary information is there and you can make an informed decision through this process. And if that transparency is not there, it needs to give you this feeling of being concerned. And if there's a concern, react on that concern. But if there's comfort through the process and the advisor is giving you the comfort and you can feel that there's comfort, that's a good and a key sign. If you feel there's pressure for a client to get you to the end goal of implementing some advice, that is a concern as well. More focused on quality advice, and they're giving you the leeway to make the call on your own, but they lead you through that process. That's very important as well. But I want to reiterate, being part of a bigger FSP structure is very important. It would give you the comfortability that they're not on their own, they're not an FSP, a financial service provider, and they're not one individual within that business. It's part of a bigger structure. It should give you a little bit more comfort as well. These are some things to look out for. But if at any point in time you want to soundboard some of this and ask a little bit more info or anything like that, please make contact. I'll gladly give the info and have a conversation. The idea of this sessions is really to give back to community, and that's why it's here. But I just want to say thanks for your time, and have a lovely week.